Hello everyone, my name is Tom Hogan. I'm the owner and operator of Steel Highway Railcams, and this is Trackside with Tom. So welcome everyone. This is an exciting, it's been an exciting 5 days. Let's just put it that way. Basically since Saturday of this past weekend, it's been 5 days of pretty much non-stop action on Steel Highway. We have so many things to get through tonight that I don't know if we're even going to hit on everything in 1 hour. But we're going to try really hard to get that done. Now, as we begin tonight, I am very pleased to see everyone checking in. It looks like we have 18 people, considering that I literally threw this on. Well, I didn't throw it on, but it was very little notice that went into this. I realized at about 7:30 tonight that I had not created the thumbnail for this episode of Trackside, and it's been a wild couple of days. So thank you everyone for tuning in, and let's start out with this. Last week we talked about the Clinton webcam, and I made a very significant omission that I need to clear up. Adam Harrington was out there in Clinton with me, and he actually spent a whole day with me, and then he came back a second time to help troubleshoot the problems that turned out to be the electrical outlet plugged in, or the electricity plugged into the wrong outlet. And so thank you to Adam Harrington for spending the time, making the trip down to Clinton, helping me install the ATCS server, contributing valuable advice on the placement of the webcam, and then coming back and a second time troubleshooting the power issues with the lady Jan there at the museum. So thank you to Adam Harrington for all of your help with the Clinton site and all of the other projects. He was down in Muscatine helping me a couple of years ago, and he made 2 trips down to Muscatine as well. So thank you to Adam Harrington for all the help over the last several years with the sites that we've worked on together. Now, moving on from that, we have several announcements to make. Then this is a classic case of burying the lead. But we are in Calmer, Iowa right now. And the Calmer, Iowa webcam is back online. It had been offline since April 30th. The city of Calmer was switching over the internet provider there at the depot. But we are in fact back online live at Calmer, Iowa. And I know that there are some Canadian Pacific or CPKC fans now. And I actually apparently need to update that, the title there in the top left corner. But the Calmer, Iowa webcam is back online. I know that's the reason that everybody logged in today. And I am being totally facetious. And so thank you to the city of Calmer for providing the internet and allowing this webcam to be back online. Next, we are going to move over to Wapaka, Wisconsin. And I can honestly tell you that this is something that I have been working on for close to a year. Now, for whatever reason, I have not had a chance to diagnose the exact problem yet, but the PTZ cam is having an IP address conflict, and so I have to figure that out and get it solved. However, we have 2 cameras in Wapaka, one mounted on the side of the bowling alley and one up here on this 40-foot mast. So we are going to work, I'm going to be working on this probably tonight, working on trying to get that webcam back online, the PTZ cam back online at Wapaka. In the meantime, thank you everyone for chipping in to support the webcam. Thank you to Brett Peterson for all the blood, sweat, and tears that went into making this webcam a reality. And thank you, Mike Kirk, also, for your support in putting this webcam in. But this is something that, you know, like I say, this was close to a year in the making, and I believe that we just had a train by Wapaka. If I just back up a little bit here, I think we can find that we had a northbound train just going by Wapaka. And I really wish that we had the PTZ camera online. I know that some of you have seen the excellent view that the PTZ cam affords. And so we definitely are going to be working hard in the next day or two to try to get that baby back online. But in the meantime, enjoy the fixed camera. It's still a pretty nice view as we see a northbound CN train. Looks like a 40-foot container, shipping container train. This will probably be going on, going to the port of Prince Rupert or Vancouver to be loaded on ships. But these are definitely 40-foot containers. So, as we're watching this roll by, thank you to Nelson Strike Zone, who's our host in Wapaka. And thank you to, I think I already said Brett Peterson and Mike Kirk, but, you know, all of the people now that have donated to help offset the cost of some of the materials that we bought in Wapaka. So thank you everyone for making sure that, sure I can do that. There we go. Turn it down a little bit. Now we got it. So yes, thank you to everyone. We are taking donations to help offset the cost of the materials and equipment that went into putting this camera in place. So thank you everyone for contributing to that as well. Yeah, I turned the volume down. You guys will have to let me know if it's a little better now. I turned down the volume there. So now I will not be drowned out by the passing train, which has actually now completely passed me by. As we're going to go back here, and we'll go back and get more of a daylight roll by. All right, much better. Excellent. Glad to hear it. I was really hoping to get a daylight roll by in Wapaka as well. And if we back this up a little bit, I think I will find, yeah. I'm pretty sure that there was an all-rail taconite train that went by here earlier today as well. And so, yeah, here we go. I believe that this is one of these all-rail taconite train that's going to one of the ports in Louisiana. And I can even turn this down a little bit lower. We obviously want to get a little bit of noise off the passing train, but not so much that it drowns me out. And so as we're rolling this by, some of you are aware we had briefly a camera at the Wapaka Depot, which is across the street from this location. We had a camera briefly at Wapaka across the street last summer. Ran it for about a week and then it got shut off. But now we have our own home, a new permanent location on the bottom, or across the street in Wapaka. And this lead down here on the bottom. So the train is obviously on the main line, which is the Nina sub here. This train is going from Stevens Point to Fond du Lac. And this is a industrial lead which serves primarily the foundry that's off picture to the left, just slightly outside of the frame here. There's a crossing to the left and then the foundry's a little further down. So, yeah, so that's what we're looking at here. And thank you everyone for supporting this and tuning in and watching, because I mean, we're really excited about this location. This location at Wapaka really dovetails in nicely now you see the trains at Munger up in Minnesota, and then you see them at Stevens Point, and then Wapaka, and then Neenah, and then some of them that go by Griffith on the other side. So this is really a really nice intermediate point in our little network of webcams that we've put together on the Canadian National, and the specifically the former Soo Line portion of the Canadian National. And now, with having said all of that, we are going to jump over to the reason why I've gotten nothing productive done today, except for putting in a webcam at the one place that people have asked me about over and over and over and over, which was, you should really put a webcam into the Railfan house in Galesburg. And, sure enough, we figured out how to make that happen. I'm going to jump back here, basically almost all the way back to the beginning. And we're just going to start rolling some trains by at Galesburg. So, to give you a little bit of orientation, we are, and this is a quiet zone, by the way, also, so all you get is bells and no whistle action in this part of Galesburg. So this is an eastbound container train. This guy would have gone by Fort Madison already on the Chillicothe sub, and now he's going through Galesburg on his way to Chicago. And so the double main on the left is the former Santa Fe. That is the now BNSF, and it's what feeds the line, or feeds traffic into Chicago coming from the Santa Fe from the west. And this guy is an eastbound, which is coming toward the camera. Now, there is also, you can see the overhead bridge, which is the BNSF Mendota sub, former CB&Q, or former BN, as you like. Oh, he's going to, I'm sorry, you're right, I'm totally turned around. This guy is going towards Fort Madison. Yes, this guy is a westbound. I'm so sorry. I had my orientation completely turned around. Thank you, Andrew, for clarifying that. This guy is leaving Chicago, has left Chicago, and is heading toward Fort Madison in Kansas City. Yes. And the overhead is the former CB&Q, former BN, Mendota sub, which runs from Aurora to Mendota to Galesburg, and then at Galesburg it splits and you go towards Ottumwa, or you go down the Peoria wide that direction, or you go off toward Quincy. And this is part of the Amtrak network as well. So all of the westbound Amtraks that serve Illinois come out of Union Station, and then you have the Carl Sandburg, you have the Illinois Zephyr, the California Zephyr, and the why am I spacing it off? The Southwest Chief. So all four of those go by here. On a normal day, you would get 8 Amtraks going by this location. And we're going to back up just a little bit here. And we're going to see one on the Mendota sub next. And, very popular railfan spot, obviously. I talked to him as I was finishing up installing the camera. and we see a train kind of crawling down the Mendota sub, heading toward the yard. And this guy, I don't remember exactly what it was, but oh, and he has an H1. Look at that, third out H1, and quite a bit of power. And no, your comment is correct. The oh, and a Red River and Western. That's fascinating. I mean, this is the sort of stuff that you really only get at Galesburg, right? There's so much interesting power that goes in and out of Galesburg, including some of these shuttle moves. I'll tell you, honestly, when I picked this, I was just scrolling through for the next train. I had no idea that those RRVWs were coming in. So, the train going overhead is on the Mendota sub, and further back a little bit, there is a split. If you look at the shadows, you can kind of see where there's two bridges there. So there is a split, and the furthest track away from us becomes the Barstow sub, which goes up toward Barstow, Illinois, Savannah, Illinois, and meets up with the Aurora sub at Savannah. But it goes up and kind of skirts around the east side of the Quad Cities, and then continues up to Savannah, where it ties into the Aurora sub. And so, as we're rolling this train by, let's just let's go ahead and recognize some of our viewers here tonight. We got Stephen Kern online, Turf, Michael Richmond, Trainiac, William Clare, John Bulio, Joseph Lewis, M. Murphy, Jeeper Preacher, Kansas Train Videos, Chuck M. Great to see all you guys. Alan Hunt, thank you for showing up here tonight. William Clare, M. Murphy, Central Iowa Rail Productions, E. Slade 4, Brian Rock Rail Fan, Jack Be Quick, R.S. Yes, good to see everyone. Who we got here? Yardmaster, Buddy Burton, Trainiac, Ember, yep, Barry Anderson, Larry Osborne. Thank you, everyone. I see a lot of people that are members of the channel. Thank you so much for helping to support the channel. Honestly, this camera was put up entirely with money that was raised through YouTube revenue and sales of magazines, and it was all done because of the support of Railfans. So thank you, everyone. Let me see here. A-Train, Yardmaster, Jeff Pierce, H.O. Scale. I think I got everyone. I'm sorry if I missed anyone. Railcam, Railfanner, and more. Bradley Thompson. Let's see here. Tri-State Rails. And, oh, I'm still pretty quiet. Well, that's interesting. I feel like my mic is turned up, but I'll turn it up a little more. As we're rolling this train by, just trying to catch up on all the comments. Yeah, SD70 Max X bnsf. Cutthroat Drummer. Hello, everyone. Yes. So yeah, Larry Osborne makes another good point, which is that you will see yard jobs and pullback jobs that'll take headroom over this bridge and then shove back as well. So anyway, yeah, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. We got 61 people tuned in live. Thank you everyone for checking out Trackside with Tom and all of these great locations that we have on Steel Highway webcams. So as we're looking at this, this guy that's going across the top here now, this is looking east, and the train on the top track is technically considered a westbound, I believe. And then westbound also is coming toward the camera. So it's westbound going from right to left on the top tracks, which is the Mendota sub. And then it's westbound coming toward the camera on the bottom tracks, which is the Chillicothe sub on the former Santa Fe. And yes, basically, BNSF is very aggressively turning off ATCS. And that's just a byproduct of the times we live in, I guess. The UP and BNSF have definitely been the biggest offenders in terms of shutting down ATCS, the ability to monitor with ATCS. No guest tonight, but hello DD Rail Videos. Yes, no guest tonight, no host tonight. I'm just here alone, and quite honestly, we're just doing a little victory lap here in Galesburg with the new location. Oh, the Barstow sub is the closest to the camera. Mendota is the furthest. And yes, Galesburg is a PTZ cam. Is there a radio? Yes, there is a radio. There are 4 channels programmed in, and the 4 channels are 87, 85, 18, and I forget what the last 36 maybe. So that is here, and it is programmed in. I have the volume turned way down right now. So as this guy is going by, I believe we're going to get a train going underneath here pretty soon. We will advance a little bit here. It is PTZ. Yes, this is a PTZ camera. That's right. There is already a Galesburg rail feed on Broadcastified, so I did not duplicate that, but we do have the scanner going here along with the right along with the image as well. And there we go. The gates are coming down, so you can kind of see there's a crossing just beyond the just beyond these overpasses. There is a crossing, and in the correct light you can make out a gate on the far side. And then we have a westbound train on the Santa Fe. Fairly graffitied unit there first out, and then a couple of H2s and an H4, I believe, or H3. And this is what is referred to sometimes as a mail train, with all of the containers, trailers on flat cars, these priority JB Hunt intermodal loads. So yeah, you won't hear any whistle, but you will definitely get a lot of bells and you know, some good engine noise as they pull by as well. So we have a over-under here going on at Galesburg, and if anyone has some questions about the Galesburg webcam, I will do my best to try to answer them. I can tell you that this is at the Railfan house at Peck Park. It's owned by a kind of elderly gentleman and his daughter, and it's just a fantastic hangout place for rail fans when they converge on the Galesburg area. I know that they're going to be having railroad days coming up in Galesburg pretty soon, and this park will be very, very full. But even if you don't visit railroad days, you can now literally visit Peck Park anytime and get your rail fanning fix from Galesburg. And let's jump ahead a little bit here. And we're going to, I believe the next thing we're going to see is one of the UP trackage rights trains that's going to be cruising through. Does the cam have night mode? Well, I don't remember exactly how I set it up. I can actually check that out as we see the UP approaching the webcam. We've got a wing and flag unit here, first out. And then looks like a couple EMDs and a GE bringing up the rear. And we've got a UP container train, which is what they utilize the trackage rights for. The UP has trackage rights over the Chillicothe sub and all the way down across Missouri. Pardon me, on the BNSF. And as I jump in here, I need to go to, I'm going to check out the night vision mode right now as we're rolling this train by and see if I can answer this question about, oh yeah, it looks like we need a night vision mode. Yeah, that'd probably be good. Let's see if I can switch this quickly so that we can make a night vision mode for the Galesburg webcam. So I'm going to get into excuse me, get into the settings here and get this fixed up, because we get real-time solutions here at Steel Highway, or at least as much as possible anyway. I'm pretty sure that I probably set this to be permanent daylight mode, which is obviously not working very well. So where are my settings? No, video, audio. There we go. Nope, that's not right. Image. Display, oh, here we go. Display settings, day-night switch, auto. And let's see if that improves things. You guys will have to let me know. It's going to take it a little bit to catch up. But it should be switched over to night vision mode now, which I believe, yeah, that's an improvement. That looks better. All right. So let's see here. What do we got for comments? Quiet zone. Good work today. Thank you. No need for a bucket truck here. No. This was all done with a 10-foot extension ladder. So, no concerns there. Alright, now we're going to see another train on the going across the top here. And this looks like, it's another manifest. Alright. So nothing too terribly exciting, but another train departing the Galesburg yard and going across the bridge here at the Railfan Park, Peck Park, Galesburg, Illinois. So, yes, while we're rolling this guy by, then I just want to make sure that everybody knows that you know, the Peck Park is just a fantastic place to rail fan. Obviously, this is a hot spot. This is something that I do really, you know, I would encourage anybody that comes down to Galesburg to check this place out. And this is just one of these fantastic locations. So, you know, to be able to get all the traffic on the Mendota sub and the Chillicothe sub and the Barstow sub on this side of Galesburg, it's really, really exciting. And, you know, Bob and his daughter, Deb, have been great to work with. They were very excited when I talked to them about setting up the webcam, and they basically, when we got everything worked out and decided how it was going to happen, they were very excited to be able to get the webcam set up basically as quickly as possible. So thank you for everyone. Thank you everyone for you know, helping to support the channel and making projects like this possible. And thank you again to all of our host sites, but particularly our newest one here in the our newest one at Peck Park in Galesburg, Illinois. So I'm going to read at the comments. I'm going to read through the comments here just a little bit and take a sip of my drink. So let's see here. M. Helium, how are you doing tonight? Yep. Thank you for this location. Yep. Inherited, yes. Trackage rights inherited from the SP. That could be right. I'm not actually sure. Camera at Polo, Missouri, where the UP and CP come together. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm not aware of any good place to put a camera there at Polo. It would definitely require some investigation to find, excuse me, to find a good spot. Oh, northbound passing the Clinton camera. All right, well, if we get over to the Clinton camera, we'll definitely check that out. 1445 at Galesburg. Yeah, I think we're at 1421, but we'll advance to 1445 next. Let's see. Actually, you know what? We'll just go ahead and jump ahead to 1445. Because I do know that I wanted to get at least one Amtrak roll by, and that may be what Buddy was trying to point out here. Here's 1445. Oh yeah, look at that. We got our very first head end over under at Galesburg. Amazing. That took all of what, 2 hours to work out? So, yes, that was definitely excellent timing. Thank you for the heads up there, buddy. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Older cams, when new, often need white balancing. Maybe still the case. I don't know. I haven't played too much around with the settings. There's a whole bunch of Amazon boxes. Definitely something interesting. And all those solid blue containers, those unmarked blue containers on the tops of the double stacks there. I don't know that I've seen that before either. Can you put wondering if the host would prefer you aim the cam a bit higher to give him privacy on the back deck. So we did talk to them about that. Quite a bit of the deck is not visible. There's only these really 2 or 3 seats where you can actually be seen on camera, and the hosts are aware of that and they're fine with it. But that was a topic of conversation when we were there. Yes. Can you put the milepost number back on cam and turn the scanner sound back up, please? Yeah, the scanner should be turned up, and I'm not sure why the milepost number went away. I'll have to do some digging into that as well. Need a light at night. Yes, Craig, I would agree. And maybe there will be a permanent night light there at the Peck Park yard, but at the moment, you know, we're working with what the host has available. So we just make the best with what we have, and you know, make suggestions and let the host know, hey, maybe this would help or maybe that would help. So we'll do our best with it. Amtrak station nearby. Andrew's got the answer to that. Love the camera and the location is great. Peck Park, City Park. Family that lives in Galesburg. All fantastic. It is a rail fan paradise. You are absolutely correct. Yes, Ralph, Joe Curtis, Randolph Goodman. Thank you. Appreciate the compliment. H.O. Scale. Yes, the last newest webcam was WAPAC on Sunday. And we hit that first at the very beginning of the show, but we may have time to come back to it here toward the end too. But yes, absolutely, Wapaka was fantastic, and we're very proud of that location as well. And now that you're on here, Brett, yes, thank you for all of your hard work for making that Wapaka camera a reality. Just looking for something more like in chat. Well, we got 56 people online with us, so thank you everyone for checking in. Any luck on a camera in Indy? No, I have not at this time. Not at this time anyway. And camera to Plainville. Yes, CNCP cross each other. That would be a good spot as well. And Buddy Burton, yes, it will be crowded during railroad days, and that is something that you know, it'll be fun to watch. And anyone that can't get down there for railfan days, you can now, or railroad days, to be able to watch Peck Park from the webcam rather than having to be able to travel down there. That's certainly an option as well. So let's move this up a little bit, and we will pull right along here. Sending more possible leads your way. Thank you, Ian. Always appreciate it. Alan Hunt, thank you for the compliment. I was fairly confident that this Galesburg webcam was going to be a hit, and we hit 171 live viewers at one point this afternoon on the Galesburg webcam. And to give you a comparison, when the CP Holiday train parked in front of the Muscatine camera for an hour back in December, that was that hit 223, I believe, is where it peaked out at. So we've never passed that 223, but 171 is definitely the not holiday train record. Yes. Have you ever thought about cameras in Canada? I have. I'll tell you, I really believe that Canada needs more webcams. The problem is getting up there for me to put cameras in, and even just to identify host locations, it really is going to be kind of tricky. But I think that there's all kinds of untapped potential putting webcams into Canada. So thank you for the idea, though. Jeff Pierce, thanks for the Dubuque camera. Oh yes, we've had the Dubuque camera going for, well, over a year. But yes, the Dubuque camera, I'm a big fan of that. I really enjoy having the cameras in downtown Dubuque there, and East Dubuque as well. Yes, awesome Galesburg, Illinois live cam. Thank you so much. Getting this webcam in Galesburg is something I worked on for several months. It was a high priority to me. I was convinced it was going to be a big hit. It just took some time to actually make it a reality. And now, here we are, enjoying a Peck Park Galesburg webcam. So, as we continue forward with the webcam here in, Would love to see a camera in Kentucky somewhere. Yeah, that would be interesting as well. I completely agree. I think that we have a, if we move ahead here a little bit, I believe we had a bare table move. One of the things that you will notice is that on the Santa Fe side, it really is an awful lot of intermodal bare table moves in this case, and loaded, loaded intermodal, stacked trains, container trains, trailers on flat cars, bare table trains, and then on the, on the BN side, on the Mendota sub, you really do see quite a bit more of the manifest traffic that goes that direction. And, don't fool yourself, right? BNSF is dispatching it that way on purpose. So let's see here. Yes. Canada, couldn't see them with all the smoke. Oh, come on, really? The clearance on that bridge doesn't look like too much. You are absolutely correct. That was something that we were commenting on when we were installing the webcams and watching trains go by. The clearance on that bridge has to be inches, like less than a foot. I would say that the clearance is somewhere in the range of 4 to 6 inches. So, let's see here. Steel Highway Hoosier Division, that's interesting. Somewhere in Quebec near a big yard. All right, well, Cutthroat Drummer, you are more than welcome to shoot me any ideas that you have about potential webcam locations. I'm happy to discuss it with anybody. So let's see here. Mena, Arkansas, KCS track with BNSF trackage rights. All right, that's interesting. Most direct route between LA and Chicago. That's also correct. Yep. And a camera on Jefferson City, Missouri. Yes, that would be on the same line as the Sedalia camera, actually. That would be where the River and Sedalia subs come together at Jefferson City. So yeah, I mean, it's a good idea, but ultimately, like everything else, you have to find a host. If you want to be able to have a good location, you have to find a good host. And while we're rolling by this bare table train, I will just point out that to get more locations like this one, and even the locations that I have planned that are even better than this one, which is hard to imagine, but they really do exist. Oh, we have a meet. Look at this. We have a meet on camera. Oh, that's one of those repainted KCS that's back on the BNSF. Apparently a re-stenciled BNSF motor that's been sold to the KCS and is now back on the BNSF, maybe paying back horsepower hours, I don't know. But either way, check out steel-highway.com and make sure and check out the, order the magazine, get a subscription, order a single magazine, order a subscription for the whole year. Get yourself whatever you want to order off the website. We have hats, we have camera straps, just all kinds of fun stuff. And these are all very important ways that you can help support Steel Highway. All right, what do we got for more comments here? Get one at LAP, so we can hear the radio. I think we need one at Mexico or Moberly, Missouri. Those would be two good spots, definitely. Thanks, Tom, for finally giving us a link to the BNSF racetrack. We're not quite on the racetrack, but the Mendota sub does feed into the racetrack. That is correct. And yes, if anyone has any potential locations for webcams on the BNSF racetrack, I would be happy to hear about those. Bergen, Kentucky on the NSC and OTP. That would be an interesting spot, definitely. Sheraton, Iowa has the UP Trenton sub and could go up to Sheraton Depot. Yep, that is also correct. like I say, you guys got ideas, you got to email them to me. thesteelhighway.com. So, as we are moving along, La Plata, Missouri at Bob's Place, really? Come on, we're not trying to troll anybody here. Subscribed and joined the Iowa chapter, and I don't live there anymore. All right, well, thank you for doing that too. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I'm also the treasurer of the Iowa chapter of NRHS, and definitely appreciate everyone supporting that organization as well. So, as we are moving along here, I do have another announcement to make. So, but as I'm pulling this up, I'm just going to say thank you to everybody who has joined the channel, who's made donations, who's helped make all these fantastic locations possible, because this is really what it's all about. So as I look for this, I need to find what I'm looking for. And of course, I'm not finding what I'm looking for. So maybe if I look here, will I find what I'm looking for? Yes. Yes, I will. NS has started to convert ATCS to ITCM, that's right. Some of the Springfield and Hannibal and Kansas City direct districts over to ITCM. That is 100% correct. Yep. So, didn't know if you knew or not. Yes, thank you. Unfortunately, yeah, no good viewing angles. That's kind of what I suspected, but I haven't really checked out Sheridan to say that for sure. I do know that Andrew spends a lot of time down there. Live train at Berwyn Dental Connection in Berwyn, Illinois. I don't know. I have never spoken with anyone at Berwyn Dental Connection. Have you? I would love to find out. So, oops. We are going to now pause this, and I'm going to pull up another Steel Highway announcement that we have to make. So, the Steel Highway, along with Brody Photography, is hosting a Sioux Line 1003 charter on November 12th of 2023 from Fairwater to Hartford, Wisconsin. And you can go to the Steel Highway website and order a pass for the photo charter. So the passes get you exclusive access to sites that the general public will not be able to get to in the course of this photo charter. And this is something that I've been working with Ethan Brody on for quite a while, Brody Photography, and he's helping organize this. He's the one who's actually been the point of contact with Mike Raya and the Sioux 1003 group, and I'm helping Ethan promote this, as well as helping with some of the kind of the back end stuff, I guess would be the best way to say it. So, thank you to everyone who's already ordered a ticket, and definitely, if you have not already, this is going to be a really special photo charter. So, go ahead and check this out, and we are going to, because this question has come up, we're definitely going to do a better job of policing this to make sure, because there's only 50 tickets available, to make sure that the 50 photographers are the ones who can get the photo charter photos, and the general public is not going to be able to get into all of the locations where the people who have paid for access to the photo charter are going to be able to get to. So that, because that question has come up, I wanted to make sure that was something that came up here as well. Let's see here. We are going to go, let's see here. North Platte, Nebraska tomorrow. All right. Giant list of possible leads. Thank you so much. Yes, the photo charter. We talked about that. So go to steel-highway.com. You can order the magazine. You can order a photo charter. You can check out all kinds of great stuff there. But that is how to order the tickets. And we have information on Facebook. There's emails have been sent out. So thank you, everyone. And please tell people about this photo charter. It's going to be a fantastic day, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm Interstate BICB approaching Grinnell with a high hood. Well, you should definitely go back and check that out. I don't know if we're going to have time to get to that in this program because we only have 10 minutes left. And I did want to circle back to Wapaka, at least briefly here. So let's we're going to go back over here. We still have 76 people checking out Galesburg Peck Park. That is just phenomenal. So as we go back to the Wapaka webcam, and if anyone has any timestamps that they want to throw out for Wapaka, I know that we looked at a couple already, but we're definitely going to, let's see here. Sparkly Clean KCS T4 leading CPKC 1932 in Clinton. Well, I think that we will, that might be the last thing that we check out here. I did want to find at least one more roll-by at Wapaka, and it looks like I have in fact found it, and maybe we even have time for more than one. Wapaka is a location where you can check out the CP Nina and Fox River sub kit and be able to watch the train movements of ATCS. The CM still very much keeping up the ATCS network. Just past Grinnell at 2151. Alright, so yes, definitely make sure and check that out. So as we look at Wapaka here, we have a southbound train to Wapaka. And, excuse me. Make sure and donate to the link for the Wapaka railfan, for the Wapaka webcam. You can actually see the webcam up there on top of the pole. Over on the right. Busy as a CPKC leader. Doing good too. Thank you so much. Yes. Alright. Oh yeah, too loud. We gotta turn the volume down. Forgot about that. There we go. Volume is down. We can actually see trains on the sunlit side of Wapaka. That is a 100% accurate statement, yes. As this camera is on the, oh, there is one of those CITX engines. Just went by as a mid DPU. So now that we've got the volume fixed, we will go back and look for one more roll by at Wapaka. This is, excuse me, it's 50 miles an hour here. And a lot of times the trains going from left to right, which is southbound, they're going downhill, so they really do cruise through. The trains going from right to left are going northbound, and they seem to struggle a little more making their way up grade at times. But those southbound just fly through. Should have CN 3008. I believe that's one of the heritage units we was talking about. There's a couple of interesting units, yeah, that was an interesting consist. I'm glad we got that. Yes, that is the PTC camera on the tower in the picture. That's right. And yes, CN 3008 of the Wisconsin cams tomorrow leading the 340. Yes, very interesting. Thank you. Good information. Busy, going to get even busier with the addition of, yes, The Rio Grande Modeler and Historical Society. That's right, Jeff. Thank you. So this train is one of the CN's stack and rack trains. And you would probably see this going by the Munger camera. I mean, it went through here at 12:21 this afternoon. It may be up to Munger by now, but I'm not 100% sure. So, yeah, this is definitely a nice location that really ties in with all of the other cameras, or several of the other cameras that we already have in place. So, as we are rolling this guy by, I am going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and go over to this timestamp at Clinton. We're going to go over to Clinton and check out the timestamp there, and then we'll see what we have left for time after we're done with that. Looks like we have a UP coal train going eastbound across the Mississippi River. And we shouldn't have to back up too far here. M357 out to Western Canada, that's right. All right, where is... We said 21... Where did that timestamp go? 21:51. Oh, we are not actually... We went too far, actually.
That's good there. Good for run.
I'm surprised that this came by so quickly after this guy must have just cleared at 21:51, and then the CP immediately starts pulling across. 21:50. Oh no, that's Grinnell. That's why. 1932. Okay, sorry, I'm getting my timestamps mixed up here. All right, 1906, 1925, 1932. And there it is. Oh, that is beautiful. Absolutely very clean looking KCS unit. I know that some of you guys have seen the employee vote that the CPKC is doing on their new paint scheme, which I find fascinating as well. I know that everyone has a lot of comments and opinions on what that vote should look like. I know that I didn't particularly, I mean, the paint schemes seem like they're all kind of okay. I actually was advocating among some friends for a hybrid of two of the paint schemes, but I don't know how likely that is to happen either. But, yeah, thank you to all of our hosts tonight. The Nelson Strike Zone, our private host there in the Galesburg Peck Park, and we have the City of Calmer. We touched on their webcam briefly, and we have now the Clinton County Historical Society. So you think that's the T4 that was at Train Days in St. Paul? Interesting. All right. So as we roll this CPKC train by, going northbound across 5th Street and through Clinton, Iowa, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. It's been a fantastic program. Thank you all for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for joining the channel as a member and supporting everything that I do here. Thank you to everyone who's started with the memberships, ordering the Steel Highway magazine, all of that. Ranked choice voting, if there will be a runoff if one doesn't get 50%. I don't know. That's a great question. But yes, thank you everyone. We had, what did we have here tonight? We had 62 people online. So we had a peak of 62, I should say. So thank you everyone for joining us tonight. And I definitely appreciate all of your support. And make sure and check out steel-highway.com and join the channel and just help support everything that we do here, and we will get more fantastic webcam locations. You guys have no idea what I have in mind for the rest of this summer. It feels like it's already been running 100 miles an hour with the things that we've gotten done, but I have some really exciting plans for this summer for webcam locations, and the way that I can share that with you is through the financial support of people logging in, watching the cameras, and really just helping support the channel in every way that you guys do. So, have a fantastic evening. We will talk to you again next week.